Hello and welcome back to our second video in setting up sign and links in Sawtooth Lighthouse Studio platform. Let's move on to the next step where we start the process in signing a survey start URL. Now let's add a page break after Dine security question and create a new free format question called encrypt check. Inside this question, go to the Variables or Question HTML tab and create a hidden variable of text and name it encrypt check hash result. So this should be hidden. And the data type should be text. So this variable is used to store the encrypted hash result or the S value that we calculate within Lighthouse Studio. So let's click OK. Then let's go to the Question Text tab and click this pencil icon of header 1. This time, we need to copy the script from step 7 in the manual and paste it here in the text editor. This script is where the captured survey start URL is parsed and get encrypted. The encrypted hash result or S value will be compared with the captured S value from the data. If they match each other, the Dyn security validation variable that we created on the last video will have a value of 1. Otherwise, if it is not matched, we'll have a value of 0. Note for Dyn security key here in the script, this is the secret key that you need to get the value from the data. So this is your unique secret key. Once you get the secret key, replace it here between the quotation marks. Well, for this text on this page, you can change the verbiage to your own preferences. Now let's click OK. This time, we need to add a skip logic on this page for our survey start URL validation. Now let's click Add. As you can see here, skip from encrypt check page, and the condition would be Dyn security validation is greater than 0. So if this condition evaluates to true, the start URL validation is successful, and this variable Dyn security validation will have a value of 1. Then the respondent would be able to proceed to the next question, which we will be set here to the skip to part. My next question would be Q1. Otherwise, if this condition evaluates to false, it means that the start URL validation fails. This variable will have a value of 0 and the respondent won't be able to skip to the next page. Instead, it will be redirected to the refused page. So we need to set up the unsigned or refused redirect page after. So let's click OK. Then let's add a page break after the encrypt check page. Then add a terminate question called and unsigned for the unsigned or refused respondents. Under the Settings tab, termination status should be disqualified. Then, for the redirect behavior, it depends on your end what you prefer for how the respondents would be redirected. But on my end, I will set a time delay of 3 seconds, so I will select After Time Delay. There's also other options here like redirect immediately to the native page or after button click, but for me, I'll set this after time delay and should be after 3 seconds. Then click the pencil icon next to the input field of web address URL and copy the redirect link from step 9 in the manual and paste it into this text field. Then click OK. Since I have a time delay, I will set a verbiage here in the header to inform the respondents that they failed on the security check question. Now let's click OK. So far, this is our questionnaire tree looks like now. We've already set up the process of signing and validating the survey start URL. So let's move on to the process of signing the redirect or end URLs, but we will discuss them in our next video. See you there!